Hi, welcome to EIGRP configuration part 2. In this tutorial, I'm going to configure EIGRP on this network. Let's start with router 1. Enable, configure terminal, router, EIGRP 100, autonomous system, directly connected networks, which are network 192.168.17.0, and then wildcard mask. The use of wildcard mask is optional, but I prefer to use it since I'm using classless subnetting. And what is wildcard mask? Wildcard mask, if we consider this as a global subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.255, and then as you can see, our subnet mask here is sided 30, which is 255.255.255.252. We are subtracting this, our subnet mask, from our global subnet mask. Then we reach to a number that is 0003. This is called wildcard mask. This number here is called wildcard mask. So I'm going to put on the wildcard mask 0003 network 19. No auto summary. We should use no auto summary because it makes EIGRP a classless routing protocol, and it will not produce null routes and enables manual summarization. And now let's configure EIGRP on ISP router. Enable, conft router, EIGRP, autonomous system number is 100, network 192.168.17.0, wildcard mask is 0003. No auto summary, and okay. As you can see here, I have connected ISP router to a assumed ISP service here. Okay, so this ISP router is sending all the routes and all the information of this topology to the ISP service here. In order to do that, we have to do the following configuration. In order to connect the network to our assumed ISP, we should first configure a loopback interface, because this is the assumed ISP service, and this is assumed line which is working here, and in this packet tracer I should configure a loopback address, but in a real life you have to configure a real interface. So interface loopback 1, IP address 10 10 10 10 255 255 255 252. Exit. Now we should do IP route. IP route 0000. All the routes and all the information are going out through the loopback address, loopback interface 1. Now you can see that this router is learning default connected loopback address and is learning about this network 10.10.10. Here is a subnet which is directly connected, and S stands for static, and the star is for static candidate default route. It means that it is sending the default route to the loopback 1. Let's check other routers. Show IP route. As you can see, the other routers have no information about the default route. It only has information about 2 directly connected networks and 1 information that is receiving through EIGRP. D means EIGRP. So it's learning about the EIGRP through, this network through EIGRP. So what we should do in order for routers in EIGRP topology to find out about the default route, we should do the following configuration on the ISP router. This is our ISP router. Router EIGRP 100, redistribute, static, end. Now all the other routers knows about the default route. Let's check the routers now. Show IP routes. As you can see, this router is now learning about the default route here. It says D for EIGRP, EX means external EIGRP, and X is, asterisk means static candidate default route, and 170 is the administrative distance of external EIGRP. It means it's learning about this, all this default route through redistribution. This 117, as I have mentioned it in part 1, is administrative distance of external EIGRP. And here on the other router, now if we do show IP route, it's the same information. You can see it on the other router too. Now let's check other tables. Enable, show IP EIGRP neighbor. This router has 2 directly connected neighbors, 19.1 and 17.2. It learns about these 2 networks or two neighbors through serial interface 01 and serial interface 00. Hold time means the router, if the router don't receive any hello packets from the neighbor router for this amount of time, it will disregard the neighbor relationship, or 13 seconds. Uptime, it means this router knows about the neighbor router for 1 hour, 7 minutes, 14 seconds. And show IP EIGRP topology. It's all passive. P stands for passive. This is passive. And passive means the routes are stable and they are not being calculated by dual. If it was A, in some cases you may see letter A. A means active. A means active. And active means the successor route is lost. There is no feasible successor. And dual start a query process trying to get another entry for that lost network. You don't see it for long because the process is very quick. So it's one successor. It means it has this network has one successor, one best path, and the feasible distance is this number here. Show IP route. It shows the directly connected routes, neighbors, directly connected neighbors, and the networks that is learned through EIGRP. As I said before, D stands for EIGRP. So this router is learning about network 18.0 through EIGRP. Its administrative distance is 90. Feasible distance is this number. It's learning about 18.0 network through interface 19.1 and it knows about that network for this amount of time, and it is connected to that to this network, to 19.1 network through serial interface 0.1. Thank you.